Welcome to the second episode of Ohio's Unknown and the first installment of Ohio's Biggest Things. The world's largest horseshoe crab was built in the mid to late 1990s as a special attraction at the then Christopher Columbus Center for Marine Exploration in Baltimore, Maryland, now the Rita Rossi Center, also still in Baltimore, Maryland. The crab was set to hold a 40-seat theater that was going to display a movie presentation about sharks. Between then and 2006, that project was scrapped and it was sold to the Answers in Genesis Creation Museum in Petersburg, Kentucky. In 2006, Pastor Jim Rankin of the Freedom Worship Baptist Church in Blanchester, Ohio, was giving a speech at the Answers in Genesis Creation Museum in Petersburg. While there, he made a deal with the museum to accept the crab as a donation. The reason for this was that creationists have used the horseshoe crab as a proverbial middle finger to Charles Darwin in explaining the reason that evolution does not exist, as horseshoe crab fossils are much the same as they were found millions of years ago. The giant crustacean, which had been known to the locals as crabby, joined several other attractions at the church in Blanchester, including an 1864 campaign torch for Abraham Lincoln, a replica crown of thorns from the crucifixion of Jesus, as well as authentic crucifixion nails that were said to be from Jerusalem. For the next several years, it sat quietly outside of the church as a roadside attraction until 2008 or 2009, when stuntman Gene Sullivan arrived and decided to do one of his patented Jump for Jesuses as a message to spread the gospel, when he jumped the 28-foot wide, 67-foot long, and 12-foot high horseshoe crab. Upon landing on the other side of the crab, he crashed through an actual flaming gates of hell. And this video is on YouTube, you can go and find it. Returned to its post as a roadside attraction for a few years until in 2010, Krabby had made a cameo in the Twilight movie Eclipse, where the characters are seen in front of it, and as well as, I believe, there is a t-shirt quilt given to one of the characters in the movie that has a t-shirt from the horseshoe crab. After his 15 minutes of fame were up, Krabby again returned to his post as a roadside attraction in Blanchester. By 2015, the novelty had worn off for the church, and Krabby was then posted for sale and bought by Ben and Darlene Sexton of Hillsboro, Ohio. Shortly thereafter, he was relocated to off of Route 124 outside of Hillsboro, where he was again a roadside attraction, this time with much more recognition and much more advertisement, where there was a pull-off for parking and people could go up inside of it and actually visit the crab, and it became somewhat of a popular attraction here in the state. Krabby was even used in 2021 as the location for a special event hosted by the Highland Amateur Radio Association. In March of 2025, rumors began to swirl on social media that Krabby was being again posted up for sale and would soon be leaving his home in southern Ohio. By July of that same year, the rumors were confirmed true, and Krabby was relocated to the Dinosaur Adventureland in Lenox, Alabama, which is owned by Kent Havenoid. Dr. Havend paid the asking price of the $10,290, and thus Ohio lost one of its very large attractions. However, a few years before this, the universe was already balancing the scales of big things in the state of Ohio, in the form of a giant acorn in the small village of Oak Hill, Ohio, just south of Jackson. Settled as early as 1818 by Welsh immigrants, Oak Hill was named for the nearby white oak forest that surrounded the village, which it officially became a village in 1873, according to the Welsh American Heritage Museum. As of the 2020 census, the village had only around 1,400 people, and in 2025, that population went up by one big acorn. The Oak Hill Chamber of Commerce began taking donations in 2023 for the world's largest acorn, commissioned for the 150th anniversary of the village. The original cost was set for about $25,000, but the chamber acquired $30,000 from donations, including $10,000 from the Ohio Arts Council and the Fund Every County grant. On June 14th in Oak Hill's Central Memorial Park, the world's largest acorn was unveiled, weighing an astonishing 2,835 pounds. It measured 12 feet in diameter and composed of over 20 panels of 14-gauge carbon steel, 40 bolts, 5,916 inches of weld, and over 500 man-hours. The Oak Hill nut only slightly claims the crown as the world's largest acorn, beating the previous record holder in Raleigh, North Carolina, that weighed 1,500 pounds and stood about 10 feet tall. You can visit the world's largest acorn by traveling on Route 93 from Jackson. Central Memorial Park is on the corner of 2nd Street and Monroe Street, only 1 block from Route 93. And if you're in the area and you need something else to go and visit while you're there, the Welsh American Heritage Museum is also not far from the Acorn and only open on Fridays and Saturdays. Now, while these two giant things have actually no relationship with each other, I thought it would be a nice idea to pair these two. When I first found out about the horseshoe crab leaving, I also found that Oak Hill had just gained a nut. However, upon doing more research about the world's largest things that are in Ohio, I came across 22 different items. And now it's going to be a series on this channel. And if that's the sort of thing that you're into, you should probably subscribe, because I'm going to do my best to go in depth and cover all of them. It's a long list. It includes things like the basket in Newark, the gavel in Columbus, the stamp in Cleveland, the cuckoo clock in Sugar Creek, along with, like I said, there's 22, so many items, and I only stopped at 22. There are more than 22 things from what I understand. So if you like this video, then please like the video, and if you didn't like the video, you can leave me a mean comment below, and if you're into this sort of thing, you should probably subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching.